Hi guys, it's me again, Fly with me FPV, and what I have here is a Mobula 6 from Happymodel. Here you go. I got this from SN Hobbies, and I've tested it, both 25,000 kV and 19,000 kV motors. This one is specifically for FR Sky. So anyways, what's in the box? Of course, this one. I noticed there's a lot of scratches and scuffs because I went through, like, I would say 50 packs already because I'm tuning this. And once I'm done with the tune, I will make the tune available through SN Hobbies. So if you buy this from SN Hobbies, ask Dean for the dump of my configuration. Again, this is an FR Sky version. Anyways, came with a bind and fly, and for 300 mAh GNB 1S batteries. These ones have the like a pigtail, and I will show you what could be an issue with the pigtail that came with this tiny whoop. And it also came with spare props, actually 4 spare propellers, screwdriver, pop removal tool, and some screws. Came with a manual, nobody reads, good English though, and a USB charger, which you can use. I don't use that. I have a separate charger because I charge a lot of batteries. So that came what came with the box. Sorry, yeah, what came in the box. So let's talk about this drone. There's a lot of reviews online on YouTube by Albert Kim or Nick Burns and even Joshua Bardwell. So I'm not going to go through, the specs and what it has, but what I do notice is that I still use 2 UK65 tiny whoop drones from Happymodel that I use for racing, and I'm very successful with that platform with 0603 motors. However, the canopy of that thing is really brittle. It's like made of potato chips. This one, amazingly, I have crashed and hit anything that I can see here in my garage, metal, cardboard, cement, and it's still intact. So that is, quite an upgrade from the original UK65 canopy. Now, it's an F4 board. What is nice about this drone or this tiny whoop or this platform is that the VTX is already integrated into the board. So it's an ESC, it's a flight controller plus a VTX. So what you see here is just the camera. So it actually is lighter. That plus a 300, it's 27 grams. I don't know if you could see it, but I can't really move the scale. It's 27 grams, so that is quite impressive. And actually I had to adjust to that type of weight because even if it's 2 to 3 grams lighter than what I'm used to flying, it actually changes the how I fly. So it I had to get used to that, especially with the 0802 motor. So that's what it came with. This is a 19,000 kV version. You can also get a 25,000 kV version. Now, the 25,000 kV I've tested, I think there's a specific, track where it can shine, like if you got straightaways. What I noticed though is that on a 25,000 kV, I can't get past 1 minute 20 seconds. So that's the flight time. And if you're gonna use it racing, that's not gonna be enough, especially if you are participating in races where they require you to make 3 consecutive laps. Anyways, I fell in love with the 19,000 kV because it closely matches my configuration on my UK65, and I'm tuning it with those motors. So my base is a Project Mockingbird tune with my own twist on it, some settings that may or may not work for you, but I think it's a good baseline if you want to fly this indoors, because this one is very fast. It's like a small rocket on 1S. With a 0802 19,000 kV motors, I could get about 2.5–3 minutes, and I will, there's a video at the end of this part of the video where, or DVR footage, where you could see how I am flying it, and I'm getting about 2.5, and I'm not pushing it, maybe 3. So 19,000 kV, I think is the way to go. However, as I've said a while ago, in certain tracks, 25,000 kV will definitely shine. I mentioned a while ago that the VTX is integrated into the board, and if you can notice there, that's the VTX antenna. It is not insulated, and it is actually protected on the side, because if you flip like that, it doesn't hit it. However, it is only one single wire. At first I was a bit, maybe that's not gonna work, but I'm just ripping here in my garage, and it's fine with just one directional antenna on my goggles. Now, it's not a good match because this is linear, and what I'm using on my antenna is circular polarized. I would like to test this in a race kind of setting and see how it will perform when I'm with 3 or 4 pilots up in the air at the same time. That I will know if this will be a problem. This one is just the receiver antenna, which is really nice because now it's on the side. You could probably put this underneath, doesn't matter if you're just flying pretty close, in a race setting or environment. One of the things too that I noticed that might be a problem if you have those 1S like this, the pigtail is not that long enough. So the problem is you won't be able to, you could probably squeeze that in, but if you push it too far, it's not going to be balanced because the battery will be protruding in the front there. So, not a biggie. I could easily get another pigtail that's longer, solder it there, and from what I see, the solder joints or the solder pads is not really, hard to reach. It's pretty much remove the canopy. Another thing that I might add, this came out of the box with Betaflight 3.5.7. So my tune will be, based on that Betaflight firmware version. Now, if you upgrade this to 4.1 or anything other than 3.5.7, the tune might not work. So just giving you a heads up on that. I will, however, will try different tune, different firmware. I'll try it on 4.1. I will also try using JESC and MU Flight, and if I pronounce that properly, but that's the next succeeding videos. But for now, 3.5.7 with the tune that I end up using is more than enough, I think, for me to comfortably race this Mobula 6 with 19,000 kV. Sorry, 0802 19,000 kV motors. Again, guys, if this is available at SN Hobbies, and if you get it from them, you have access to get the dump of the tune that I used. Just message anyone from SN Hobbies or Dean, and they should be able to give it to you. Now, if you like what you saw and you want to see more of these type of videos, please do support my channel. Subscribe and make sure you click that bell button so that you get notified when I upload new videos in the future. Again, guys, thank you very much, and till the next video.
Yeah. This is some tiny whoop right here, y'all. I just wanna, like say, It's time to get up and play. It's time to fly away. Get on this little tiny whoop, you. Gonna love the channel that's gonna make you lose. time to get up, play. It's time to fly away. Get on this little tiny whoop you. Gonna love the shit that it's gonna make you so.
Boom, 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 boom.